Hello and welcome to Let Us Farm. My name is Emily Noel Oge of Let Us Farm. So today we'll be talking about how many feet do you need to raise 300 catfish from juvenile and achieve 1 kg and above. So this is what we'll be talking about. I'll do that shortly. Now, if you are having any problem in your farm, you know how we do it here. Simply do a video of your catfish farm. Do this video when you are feeding your catfishes and send it to 081-353-48909. So when I get this your video, I will be able to assist you stop the problem that you are having. And moreover, if you want to start your catfish farm and you have any question bothering you, you can also send me a voice note or a text, anything, and on WhatsApp only, please, and let me know what this problem is or what are the challenges you are facing. I will be able to still give you a reasonable advice that would help you. All these services, like I said, they are free of charge. So I'll be right back to discuss this. Welcome back. So for the interest of those people that are watching this from outside Nigeria, the number of feed bags I mean here is a 15 kg standard feed bag used in Nigeria. So if in your country maybe you use more than 15 kg for your catfish bag, so you can just do the calculation to be able to be very accurate with your own understanding and everything. So that's exactly what I am trying to say here. And then for others, this calculation we're doing here is, your feeding of your catfishes to 1 kg and above. So some new farmers don't understand that in catfish farming, we don't have anything like static calculation. So it cannot be just for 1 kg only. No, because all your fishes cannot be the same size. So this one is a result that we're looking at a minimum base of your weight gain. Minimum should be 1 kg. Then you have maximum above, could be 1, 2, 1, 5, and so on and so forth, depending on how individually manage these things. So this clarification is for some people that actually get these things confused. So let's go into it. So now let us start from what is the size of pond that you need to achieve this. Now the pond that you need here, I'll start from the earthen pond. In earthen pond, if you are using one earthen pond, you will need a 10 by 20 by 4 feet earthen pond, so that you have your water level at 3 feet high. So even if it's like 5 feet, still water level will be 3 feet high. It is okay for this particular project. Then if you want to use 2 earthen ponds, you can use a 10 by 12 earthen pond in 2 places. But in earthen pond, if your earthen pond is not even up to 10 by 12, if you have an earthen pond of 10 by 8 in 2 places, it will still do this job excellently, because the earthen pond has a wider dimension than a concrete pond. Now the reason why the wider dimension is that in earthen pond, catfishes have an opportunity of going under the mud as a second layer in the pond. But in the other ponds, there is no wider dimension. They can't go anything below what you have in the pond. So that's it. So then again, if you're using a tarpaulin pond, a concrete pond, tanks and anything, what you need is, if you are using 2 ponds, you need a 10 by 12 by 4 pond in 2 places, so that in case you want to do sorting and everything. But if you are not using 2 ponds, you want to do 1 pond, you will need a 10 by 20 by 4 feet pond. So with this, you will have your very good result in your raising your 300 catfishes. Don't mind about the space you see at the beginning. Doesn't mean as they grow out, they cover all those places. There is nothing like a wasted space in catfish farming. No, the more the space, that is the more your catfishes will grow bigger, once you are able to feed them very well, and you reduce the incidence of cannibalism to almost 0%. So that's the essence of providing space, and also help you to manage any situation that may arise of contamination. You may never have it at all once you have very good spacing. So if you are using the white tank, that is the white 1000 liters tank, each of those tanks will take 50. So if you are doing 300, it means you need 6 of those tanks to help you do this project. Now, my calculation here is based on the fact that you are starting with juvenile. So if you are starting with juvenile, buy 1.8 mm feed. If it was possible, I would say buy half bag, but because you may not be possible, because 1.8 mm feed normally comes in, I think it's about 5 kg. So just buy 5 kg of the feed. So the total number of feeds that you need to achieve this project, you need about 30.5 bags of feed. So now, like I said, if you buy the 0.5 as 1.8, meaning that you need to buy other 30 bags of feed. So if you have been following me or just watched some of my videos, you know that there is nothing like a static amount of feed used every month. So what you do is, when you buy this 1.8, normally when you buy this 1.8, they may not finish it. Yes, because what you need to give them this 1.8, you give them between 2 weeks and maybe max 3 weeks. Then you switch over to 2 mm feed. So if they don't finish it, you can wrap the one that is remaining, just make it to be airtight, put it in a container and keep. Then you switch over to your 2 mm. Now in 2 mm, what me personally I practice is I normally use foreign imported feed to start. So now we have economic indices that are on the rise, because we have some of these feeds are now way more expensive than they used to be before. So what you can do to beat that challenge, normally before I will use it for some weeks before I switch over to our Nigerian company made, not individually made. So what you can do here is that you can use that imported foreign feed for maybe like 2 weeks or 3 weeks. You can buy one bag, just one bag. So anytime they finish the one bag, you switch to your Nigerian made feed. Now, I know you want to know which of the Nigerian made feed. Normally, I don't promote any feed. So I'm going to give you a variety of feeds that I have used and so many people around me have used. That's not to say that they are the only good food in Nigeria. So I used Blue Crown, I've used Eco Float, I have used Stop, I've used Vital. Yeah, all these feeds, they are good. Then there are some other people that have said they've used I think Omega also. So we have many feeds. So if some of these feeds I mentioned, you don't have it in your area, you can always chat me and ask me for the ones that you see in your area, the one that you want to choose. But what guides the choosing principle of this feed is you simply go to the feed bag and check where you have feed composition. On that place, you will see the composition of ingredients used in manufacturing this feed. That's the reason why if you are using a company standard feed, it's easy for you to know if those things are correct, because if it's an individual manufactured feed, the disclosure may not be correct. So but when it is company owned, you know that whatever is there must have been certified by a government official, which means it's right. So that's what I normally do to guide me in my choosing principle. So you now switch. So when you switch, keep on staying with them on 2 mm. Then on the first day of their 3rd month, you switch to your 3 mm. So this is how you keep going until you finish the feed. Now, some people will say, oh, that 30.5 bags of feed is too much. Now, what I will tell you is this. It's not a must that you will use the 30.5 bag of feed. Like I said from the beginning, what we are talking about is for 1 kg and above. So if you decide to give them only 10 bags of feed and feed them very well, what you will do is that when the 10 bags of feed finishes, you are okay with what you see, you can sell. But if you want to achieve 1 kg and above big fishes on 300 fish, this is what you budget, 30.5 bag. So remember, in catfish farming, there is nothing like, oh, a static amount of feed they will eat, because of the condition of the water, the weather, and everything that affects fish production. So whenever you are feeding your catfishes, feed them to satisfaction. Anytime they get to the weight that your market desires, you can sell your fish. So why I say this is that some people will think that, okay, if we start feeding now, maybe when they get to 4 months, they will be this weight. No, there can be things that will change. But if you do the way I said now, in 3.5 months, you should be seeing 1 kg fish. So if you now want to get all your fishes to that 1 kg, between 4 months, 4.5 months, you will have everything on what you are looking for. Now, if you have everything from 3.5 months and you want to start selling, you can decide to sort your fishes. Put the one that are 1 kg already in another pond, the one that are below 1 kg in another pond, and if you want to sell at any time, it's simply your choice. So I have to state this so that you understand that in catfish farming, it's not necessarily that this must be this. No, but when you want to do it well, you plan to do it this way so that you'll be able to achieve the best result you want in the fish production. So if you have any questions or concern in what I have said, kindly use the comment section. And if there are topics that you want me to bring for you, also kindly use the comment section. Like I said, we will start from the beginning this year so that we keep on, trying to understand the nitty-gritties of raising catfishes from juvenile to sales. So until I come your way next time, my name is Emelefon Noel Oge of Let Us Farm. Keep farming. It's a way of life.